Hey friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jenna. I love to crochet plushies, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. For today's video, I have actually been planning this video since last December of 2024. I can't believe it's April and I finally finished this video for you guys, but I'm so excited. I finally made the viral 6-day star blanket from Betty McKnit, and I am so happy with how it turned out. Spoiler alert, I did not finish it in 6 days, but it's fine. I finished it now and I'm so excited to take you guys along the journey with me. I did a really good job of keeping track of how long I spent on each section of the blanket, how many skeins I used, and how many like actual days I spent working on it, because the whole point of this video, I wanted to see like, could I finish it in the actual like 6-day time period like the blanket suggests. And originally I came up with this video idea because I was shopping in Michael's and I saw the Karen latte cakes and I'm like, yes, I want to make the star blanket. And I recorded all of this footage for you guys on my phone, and now when I look back at that footage, it is completely mute. Like, I have no idea what happened to the sound. So sadly, I had to discard that video. So we're just gonna jump right into it, but that's why I'm filming this intro for you guys. I didn't want you to just like jump into the video and be like, Jenna, like, what are you making? Like, what even is going on? But all right, without further ado, let's jump into today's video. All right, guys, bag secured. You probably saw in the video that I also got some other yarn. I plan on making 2 jumbo octopi this year. Yeah, octopi is the plural for octopus, but I'm super excited about that project, and the yarn was buy one get one 50% off, so I'm like, okay, I need to take advantage of this sale. But let me show you the yarn that I got for my star blanket. It is the Karen latte cakes. Of course, I've used this yarn so many times. I used this for my cat sweater for my game show last year. I also made like 2 other sweaters with these Karen cakes, and I decided to go with this colorway. It kind of reminds me of a cinnamon roll, and I don't know, I think if I realistically want to use this star blanket, a more neutral color would be better for me, I think. Like, I feel like it would blend in well in our living room. And then also I decided to get the latte cake specifically because it's already pretty fuzzy and soft. I made my cat sweater out of this and I can confirm that it is not itchy, and then also I don't really have to worry about the yarn pilling or pulling because it's already kind of fluffy and fuzzy. So that was my logic behind it. I got 4 skeins. Hopefully this is enough. I feel like from all of the TikToks that I've seen, people usually get 4, but if I'm being honest, I haven't even looked at the tutorial yet. I actually don't know how much yarn the tutorial calls for, so I should probably go look at that. But I'm really excited to start this project. I've actually never crocheted a blanket. This would be my first ever blanket, and I feel like having like a set timeline would be good for me. Like, this is called the 6-day star blanket for a reason, so hopefully I'm able to finish this blanket in 6 days. And I'm going to try really hard to keep track of all of the time that I spend on it so we can actually see if it takes me 6 days, if it takes me shorter than that, which I doubt, or if it takes me longer than that, which is very likely. But I'm also going to be working on this on the airplane. We're flying from the West Coast to the East Coast and then vice versa coming home. So they're pretty long flights, so I feel like this would be a good flight project. And then also we'll be spending time with family and friends for the entire week next week, but I know there will be downtime. So whenever I have downtime, I know I will want to crochet. So I will pick this up and I will really try to keep track of my time. But okay, I'm gonna go pull up the tutorial and actually kind of see what I'm getting myself into, and then we shall start. And I just wanted to show you guys the tutorial is by Betty McKnit, and let me go to her videos. Let me go filter for popular because I know this was pretty viral. Okay, yeah, so I think this is the first tutorial and then you'll jump into the second one. And I'm really glad she has a tutorial because I did look at the written version and I was instantly very overwhelmed and confused. So video tutorial to the rescue. I feel like I need to give myself grace as well because I am in the amigurumi world. Crocheting a blanket I feel like is totally different, and while I did dabble and make a few sweaters, I kind of feel intimidated by a blanket, but I'm really excited to challenge myself and go outside of my comfort zones because one of my 2025 goals / resolutions was to pick up more non-amigurumi crochet projects, so we can already check this off the list. Also, I feel like I'm totally late to the game. time. I feel like this went like super viral earlier in 2024, around like, I guess 6 months ago. I see a bunch of videos on the side here where people make the blanket and they all were from like 6 months ago, but it's fine. Better late than never. Okay, it's a little bit later in the night, but I have my timer set up. I have the tutorial up and we are going to get started. Alright, just got done step 1. Here is the beginning of my blanket. Can't wait to see how this is going to turn into a star. Alright, I'm calling it a night, you guys. The clock is officially at 55 minutes and 18 seconds. And let me show you the progress. My little baby blanket! She reminds me of a snowflake since she has the white edges now, but oh my goodness. Making just this much of the blanket has been very humbling. I feel like as a crocheter, amigurumi is so different than making blankets and all the other types of crochet. I feel like I am truly a novice. Like, I was clinging to that tutorial, the amount of times where I had to go back and really follow second by second and see exactly what she was doing. It really brought me back to when I was first learning how to crochet. I remember I would be like glued to the screen trying to follow along. So honestly, it's been really fun making this blanket so far. A really good challenge, and I'm really excited to see how it will eventually turn out with all of the coloring. The good thing about the Karen cakes is that it is self-coloring. I did not want to do any color changes because I hate weaving in the ends and I hate color changing. So this makes it really easy. I'm just gonna go with it. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's also giving like sugar cookie vibes because you have like the dark brown and then the white. But yeah, I'm super happy, you guys. 55 minutes, day 1. I feel like since I will be doing the project here and there, I will count the days as the full 24 hours goes by. So when we hit 24 hours total, I will count it as day 1. So far, so good. And I will have the tutorial linked down below. It's a free tutorial. Betty is so amazing at explaining. I am so thankful for her tutorial because if she didn't have this, I don't know if I would be able to make it. Reading the written pattern is so difficult, and nothing against her. She definitely wrote it to a T, but as an amigurumi crocheter, again, it is like another language to me and I cannot follow it. So I am loving the video tutorial. Betty, if you're watching, I see you follow me on Instagram. I followed you back, and also I'm a huge fan of yours now. This is honestly incredible. You are so talented. I can't even like fathom that you came up with this pattern. Like, how does one do that? Is this what people think when I show them my patterns? Like, it honestly is such a cool experience to put myself back into the beginner shoes. I'm kind of like falling in love with crochet all over again. You know that saying where it's like, if I could experience something I love for the first time again, like watching your favorite movie for the first time again, or experiencing something for the first time again, I feel like I'm truly experiencing crochet again for the first time. Before we continue with the video, I wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you to today's sponsor, Squarespace. Whether you're first starting out or you're trying to build your brand, Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform that will allow you to build professional, beautiful websites, engage with your audience, and sell literally anything online successfully. One of my favorite things about Squarespace is how easy it is to actually get started. You do not need any coding experience to start building your website. They have thousands of beautiful professional templates for you to choose from as a starting point, and from there they have a super easy drag and drop website builder so you can tailor your website exactly how you want it. Another amazing feature that Squarespace offers is the ability to have an online shop. You can sell both digital and physical products, which is perfect for us crocheters since we like to sell digital patterns and physical plushies. And if you sell in person a lot, whether at markets or pop-up events, you can get a Square Reader that will allow you to take in-person sales, and it will sync directly with your online shop. So head to squarespace.com for your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/crochetbyjenna to receive 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's today's video, and with that, let's get back into it. Hello friends, it is the next day. We are leaving tonight at 11 p.m. So I just got done prepping the entire house and packing, and now it is finally time to crochet. I'm going to try to get through this first part of the tutorial just because I think crocheting on an airplane for the setup might be a little hard. I like following the tutorial like step by step, and I definitely rewind and go slow. So if I can get through this first part of the tutorial, I feel like it's smooth sailing from here. There's also a part 2 for the video, but I'm hoping that part 2 is way less complicated than part 1. So I'm gonna start my timer and let's see how much I can get done in the next, I'm gonna give myself maybe like an hour. I think I can squeeze in an hour of crocheting, so let's do it. Start. I also forgot to mention it last night, but I did end up sizing up my hook. I originally started out with a 7mm hook because Betty suggested that you size up a 0.5 millimeter from what the yarn suggests. So this Karen Cake suggested a 6.5mm hook, so I sized up to a 7, but then my blanket started to curl around the edges, and she said if that starts to happen, go ahead and size up again. And I actually didn't have a 7.5mm hook, so I just sized up to the 8. And this is my pretty sparkly clover hook. But so far so good. The 8mm seems to not curl, so that's exactly what I want. Alright, I just stopped the timer. We are at 1 hour and 48 minutes, so, or no, 48 seconds, my bad. Can't read a timer apparently. But let me show you the blanket. Here we are. Oh my gosh. Ugh, guys, I hate to say this, but I don't know if I made the right decision with the colors. Like, I kind of was envisioning like a neutral, cute beige blanket, but like this, I don't know. I'm looking at all the other TikToks and everyone's blankets are such fun colors. They're like ombre and beautiful, and I don't know. I don't know about mine, you guys. She's gonna be kind of plain, I guess, because I feel like we're already repeating this like center color already, and there was only a little bit of the white. So yeah, she's gonna be a plain blanket, but it's okay. I honestly have been doing pretty well. There was one slight hiccup that I didn't catch on film. I had to go back and frog the previous round. I think it was like round 8, and I redid it, but I think we're back on track now. I'm in the middle of a round right now. Where am I? I'm here. My stitch marker's here, so I still have a few more peaks to go, but I'm calling it a day for today, or at least I'm calling it for right now because I need to go get ready for the airport and get Callie ready. Even though it's only 2 p.m., I feel like I should stop myself because if I don't stop now, I know I'm gonna keep crocheting, and then before I know it, it's gonna be time to leave and nothing would have gotten done. But she's turning out good, you guys! Hopefully as the blanket keeps growing, I'll fall in love with her, but right now, I don't know if I made the right decision, but okay, I'll talk with you guys later. Hey guys, I totally lied. So I actually finished everything. We're way ahead of schedule. It is currently 5:42. So guess what I picked up? My crochet. And I'm really excited to show you guys. I made some good progress. Actually, wait, let me pause the timer. I've been crocheting for the past 30 minutes. Let me stop it real quick and show you. So there actually was one more shade of brown. So I think it's starting to come together. I think I'm starting to like it more. I really was debating whether or not I should just like frog this and start with new yarn, but Let me show you guys the unraveling. Yay! I think it looks so much better now that we have the darker brown shade in there. I just did it. It's like this one. It's really giving me cookie vibes. I guess because it's like Christmas time and I have cookies on my mind. But yeah, it's turning out really cute, you guys. This is definitely going better than I thought. I haven't had any mess ups since last night, which is good. And yeah, the tutorial is a godsend. Like, I would not be able to do this without the tutorial. So shout out Betty once again. I will probably say this 1,000 more times. Betty, you are a genius. And I actually put on my story today on Instagram that I was making this, and I tagged Betty and she reposted it. So I messaged her as well. I'm like, hey, thank you so much for the tutorial. It's really starting to take form in terms of like the pointy star ends, and it's looking so good. I'm on round 5 of the second tutorial, so I think there are 2 more rounds, and then it's basically just repeating the sequence over and over. So I think by the time I finish round 7, we will go to the airport, and then I will be all set to go crochet the rest of this on the flight and then throughout the week. But yeah, I'm really happy with it, and honestly, I feel like I will love making blankets. This is introducing me to a whole new world, and I definitely see myself making another one of these blankets. I think they would make the perfect gifts, so I'm thinking ahead to 2025. Next Christmas, maybe I will make my mom or sister, or both of them, a star blanket. I think they would love that. But okay, back to crocheting. Hey friends! Oh my gosh, I feel like it's been so long since I last talked to you guys. We just got back from Christmas traveling like 2 days ago, and I finally am getting back into routine. I feel like the days after traveling is just like not real. Like I always feel like I'm in a fever dream, and it takes me like a few days to truly adjust back. But we are back, and it's actually New Year's Eve. Right now it is 5 p.m. and I seriously cannot believe the year is over. I just posted my last vlog of 2024, which is super fun, by the way, if you haven't watched it already. It was one of my longest vlogs in 2024. It was almost like an hour long, and let me know down below if you guys prefer longer vlogs or maybe you prefer shorter ones. I don't know. I know my videos are typically around like 30 minutes on average, so let me know if you guys like that, or we can switch it up going into the new year. But I specifically came on because I wanted to give you an update on my 6-day star blanket. So I know before I left for vacation, I was like, oh, I'm gonna crochet on the airplane, it's gonna be great. Yeah, that did not happen. I just slept on the flights, and I honestly don't know why I thought I would crochet on those flights, because it was a red eye, so there is no way that I'm staying up crocheting on this like 6-hour red eye. But I did get a lot of the blanket done, and I actually kept my word to you guys. I've been recording all of my times, and this is what I have so far. I basically worked on it, let me see how many days this is. So I've worked on it 6 days so far, but in total, the cumulative amount of hours that I've spent on it is only, let me do some quick math, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna round up and say 8 hours cumulatively over those 6 days. So I feel like that could be day 1, and maybe that's cheating. So once I finish the star blanket, I will tell you guys the exact amount of days and then the exact amount of hours, and we'll see what that comes out to. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with the progress so far. I know I mentioned to you guys earlier that maybe I didn't like
the color scheme. I can't remember whether or not I said that on camera or not, but internally I was like, is this color scheme like ugly? Like, I don't know. I wanted a more neutral blanket, but now I feel like I'm definitely gonna make another star blanket and probably do some more fun colors. I'm totally hooked on this pattern though. I feel like once I got it down, I'm on a roll, and I can see why this pattern went viral. Like, it's so much fun. It was definitely a challenge, don't get me wrong. I still need to like watch the video tutorials, but I feel a lot more confident now crocheting it versus day one. But okay, let me show you guys what I have done so far. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I need to roll her up and do the dramatic like drop, how everyone does it. Okay. Wait, so this is what 8 hours working on the star blanket looks like. Whee! Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous. And let me show you guys up close, but her colorway is actually super, super gorgeous. I think when I first started out, the colors were definitely questionable, but now seeing like the whole thing come together and the actual star, it looks really, really good. And I'm happy that I went with neutrals. Look at her, oh my gosh. And yeah, she's basically the size of a small blanket, but I definitely want to keep going. And in terms of skeins, or I don't know if this has a different name, you can tell that I'm only an amigurumi crocheter because I know there are different names for balls of yarn. Like you have a skein, I think you have like a hank, which is those like balls of yarn that look like they're like twisted. I don't really know, but I bought 4 of these little Karen latte cakes, and this is my second cake. I still have 2 more cakes to go, but honestly, like, I don't know if I should use all 4. I think the blanket would be too big at that point. I want this blanket to be perfect for just lounging on the couch and like cuddle up under the blanket and not have it like too big, but I want it to, you know, cover maybe like myself and like my husband and my dog and Shay if she chooses to cuddle with us. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully I can give you guys a good update tomorrow. I think I'm gonna call it a night for tonight, but I'm truly curious to see how long the rest of this blanket will take me. Maybe I'll finish out this skein and I will reassess in terms of sizing, but I think overall, maybe I'll use 3 Karen latte cakes. I think that might get me to the perfect size, but we shall see. And I know I already said this in my last vlog of 2024, but Happy New Year's, everybody. I don't know when this vlog will come out because it's really just dependent on when I finish this blanket, but Happy New Year's. I hope 2025 is amazing. Let's make the most of this year, and I'm really excited to see what 2025 has in store for all of us. Hey friends, it's me. I am embarrassed to say I have not touched the star blanket since I got back from winter vacation. It's currently January 22nd and I just finished my large commission order, and that's honestly why I feel like I haven't been crocheting the star blanket. I just had like another pressing order, so of course the star blanket got tossed to the corner, but now I am a free woman. I can get back to crocheting whatever I want, and we are going to finish what we started. So I grabbed my star blanket from the sad corner of my office, and I honestly did make really good progress. Look at her! I love the colors. I'm so glad I stuck with it. Sorry if I'm being duplicative of what I've said earlier in this vlog. I honestly forget everything that I mentioned previously in the other recordings because it's been so long, but I am ready to get back to it tonight. We are on skein number 2. We have 2 more skeins left, and honestly, I don't think I'm gonna use both of them because if it's already this big and I still have a lot of skein number 2 left, maybe we'll open the 3rd skein tops. Like, I am not gonna touch that 4th skein. But okay, I pulled up the tutorial video. I still need my tutorial video, especially now that it's been a while. I completely forget everything. And I'm going to start my timer. I'm really glad that I have been diligent with the timing because I will be really curious to see how long it will take me to actually finish this star blanket. So almost a full month has gone by. Let me log today's date. And all right, I'm gonna start the timer and we're gonna get back to crocheting. Friends. I'm coming on because I want to show you what I just got in the mail. I did another little mini yarn haul and you guys are gonna laugh. So this haul is from Joann's and I got mainly 4 skeins of Big Twist Plush. I love this yarn for making toothless snugglers, and that is exactly why I ordered this yarn. A customer reached out and they requested that I make a jumbo toothless snuggler for them. I'll insert a picture here. I made one last year, absolutely loved him, but he is quite a big project, so I have not made him since, but since my customer was asking, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Twist my arm, I'll do it. It's such a fun project. The pattern is by Red Mills Crochet, and I did go ahead and already start it. That is what I'm working on today, but I need 4 skeins of the black, so I ordered that. And then just for fun, I wanted to get the free shipping discount, so I had to spend more money. And look what I got. Oh my gosh, it is the Karen latte cakes, and this is the Halo latte cakes. So basically this has like the perfect ombre, like it'll fade all on its own perfectly from my understanding. And I got this specifically because I saw that a lot of people made star blankets out of this specific Karen latte cake, and I was like, oh, that looks so pretty. So of course I had to buy some. I got 3 skeins, but it's so funny because I'm not even done my star blanket, like the original one. And speaking of that, it's time for a check-in. I am so close to finishing the second skein, you guys, or should I say the second cake. Let me show you. Oh my goodness, I need to untangle her. Really, this blanket is my like end of night project. I don't really work on it during the day since I have other stuff to do, but this is how much I have left of skein number 2. And this is actually the Karen latte cakes. That is the Karen Halo cakes. So sorry if I called that one the latte cake. That is not the latte cake. This is the latte cake collection. And let me show you guys the full blanket so far. Wait, I don't want it to like come undone, but woo! This is the progress. This is almost 2 full skeins of the latte cake, and it is turning out so good. Oh my gosh, on the screen, it looks so good. I haven't held it up on camera in a hot second, so it is looking amazing, you guys. Hopefully I can finish it soon. I have no idea when I will finish this blanket, but wanted to give that exciting update because as soon as I'm done this blanket, I am going to make another in the pretty Halo color. And I have been keeping meticulous notes on how much time I've dedicated to this blanket. Every time I crochet this blanket, I start my timer and I log the date. So by the end of this video, we will get to see how long this blanket actually took me. But okay, I'm gonna go back to working on Toothless, and then hopefully later tonight I can work on my blanket, finish skein number 2, and hopefully, I'm gonna give it a week. Hopefully in 1 week, I will be done this blanket, finally. Hey friends, I am embarrassed to say what today's date is. It's been a hot second since I last recorded for this video. It's literally April 2nd. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's been 4 months of working on this star blanket, and I have to be honest with you guys, I have made 0 progress since the last clip, and I think the last clip was literally back in like January. The year is flying. Like, I have no idea how we're in April. It honestly doesn't feel real. January felt like eternity, and now we're in April. It's so weird. But I'm coming on today because I think I need to call this video and this challenge here. I have my star blanket. She honestly has been sitting on my desk ever since I like last worked on her. She has been on my desk because Shay loves laying on her. And part of the reason why I haven't worked on her is because Shay is always on her. I think it's really cute that Shay likes to sit with me on my desk while I work. And it honestly is because of the star blanket. She never used to do that before, but as soon as I put the star blanket on my desk, she came over and started like sitting with me. So I think the star blanket is officially Shay's. Shay has claimed it, but I have this much yarn left, and this is skein number 2, and originally I bought 4 skeins total, so I still have 2 left over. I'm thinking of maybe saving this yarn for a different project, but I don't think I'm going to open the 3rd skein like I originally intended. And I can't believe I wanted to make this blanket out of 4 skeins. Like, now thinking about it, that's kind of big. Because let me show you guys how big this blanket is currently. I think I showed you last update, but I honestly can't remember. Let me see. I don't even know what the best way to like hold it right now is, but this is how big it is currently. And yeah, honestly, This is huge. Like, I feel like it's not huge, but I think it's perfect for a nice little throw blanket, and it's definitely big enough for Shay. I could have stopped a long time ago if I was just gonna make Shay a blanket, but yeah, oh my goodness. Wait, let me hold it like this. I don't know how people hold it. I guess like these two corners. But yeah, you guys, she is gorgeous. I love her so much. I was really worried about the colorway when I first started, but I love the neutrals. She came out so good. But now I'm debating whether or not I should like finish out this last little bit, or should I just like call it now? No, you know what? We're gonna finish it out. We're gonna finish it out strong. I'm gonna say this blanket is officially 2 skeins and we will wrap it up. So let me start the timer and see how long it takes me to finish up this much yarn. And then I will officially be done with my 6-day star blanket, and I have all of the stats, so I'm really excited to go back and like calculate everything. But let me go ahead and start my timer and we can get started for the last time working on this blanket. And wait, stopwatch, not timer, but okay. Here we go for the last time. Let's start. Wait, actually, I should probably pause that because I need to pull up the pattern and everything. I have no idea where I left off. Oh my gosh, okay, according to my notes, the last time I worked on the star blanket was February 5th, and we are on round 5, and luckily I made a little note as to how many stitches I need to do on each side. So, okay, let's get started. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just got done the last skein and the clock reads 26 minutes and 59 seconds. So basically 27 minutes. Wow, I feel so good that I'm done with this blanket, you guys. I know I didn't stick with the 4 or the 3, but I finished the blanket and I'm very excited. Let's do the final reveal, which honestly is going to be very similar to what I just showed you guys earlier. Okay. Let me roll it up like they do with the real reveals, and then I will show you guys. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, are you ready? The final reveal. Woo! I'm in love, you guys. She is perfect. I love her. The star blanket is so cool. But okay, now that I'm officially done with the blanket, let's go tally up all of the times and see how long this actually took me. Okay, so here are all of my notes that I took while doing this challenge. So let me go tally it all up. Also, maybe I'll include like a screenshot of the note right here. But okay, let's see how many days and how many total hours this took. 60, 48, 20... and then this is skein 1, 45. Okay, I just got done tallying up all of the data for this blanket, and honestly, I'm a data person, so this is actually very interesting to me. So I started this blanket in December, specifically December 19th of 2024. I finished it on April 3rd, 2025. So over the course of 4 months, I worked on this blanket. And in terms of the actual days that I worked on the blanket, I worked on the blanket for 12 days. So keep in mind, this is technically a 6-day star blanket, but I worked on it for 12 days. And then in terms of hours, the total amount of time that I worked on this blanket actually crocheting was, drumroll, 14.76 hours. And then I also further broke it down by the 2 skeins. So this blanket is made up of 2 skeins of the Karen latte cakes. The first skein was done after around 7.8 hours. And then the second skein, I finished a bit quicker. That only took me 6.9 hours. And in terms of the total amount of minutes that I spent working on this blanket, I know these stats are like so ridiculous, but the total amount of minutes was 886 minutes. So if we divide that over the 12 days that I actually worked on this blanket, I averaged around 73 minutes or around an hour per day. But I do have the exact breakout, as you can see here on the note. I didn't really spend an hour every single day. Some days I only spent 20 minutes, other days I spent 2 hours. But it's really cool to look back and see how long like something actually took you. I never really kept track of my projects in terms of like how long they take me, specifically like detailing it to the T, to the second.
second. So it was really cool to do that with this project, and I'm glad I can finally wrap it up and say it is done. Mrs. Shea will be super happy with me, but it's kind of crazy also to just look back on a project and say, wow, this took me 14 hours to complete. With all of this to say, blankets are definitely a labor of love. I have a newfound respect for people who crochet blankets, especially like big blankets like this. You guys are in another league. I personally am going to stick with amigurumi for the most part, but I think it is fun to venture out outside of your comfort zone and start a new project that like is totally outside of what you typically work on. But okay, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Again, this pattern is free by Betty McKnit. She has a great YouTube tutorial. I clung to that YouTube tutorial this entire project. She does a great job. So if you want to make your own 6-day star blanket, definitely check out her video. I'll have it linked down below. And yeah, I think that wraps up today's video. You guys will definitely see the star blanket in the back of my videos with Shay probably sitting on top of it. And now you know the backstory to it. But all right, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!